Oh, pardon me. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about the camera. It's really bad. I'm not sorry about it. It just looks like shit. Whatever. It covers up all my pimples that I maybe have. Allegedly. Turn off my YouTube. I'm real casual here. I wrote an angry note to God earlier. I was feeling some weird emotions because I felt like a lot of my behaviors were evoked and lured out of me somehow. And like I was just moody and it was weird. And I built this rapport with him. And I think I should just read this verbatim, but you know how that works. I'm just going to read it at some point and I'll go, oh yeah, that makes me think of blah, blah, blah. So to start, let's see, I was pouting and I was pissed off at God, and I wrote some rather, I don't know, what's the word, dreary, some dismal shit, just trying to, right? And he leveled me up. And it's where we can all go if we all fucking ship up, Please entertain this. I know I'm not like big on the internet yet. Maybe never. But this is what I said to him. I was like, you're not lost, bro, because a certain song just jumped in out of YouTube halfway through. And I'm like, that's fucking God fucking with me, right? But the song was saying how lost he feels. And I'm like, you're not lost. I got you. I'm not going to feed you the hunger just because it gets results. Whatever good comes of it, it is a surrender if I indulge. Somehow when I was doing, I was framing my buddy, he slipped drugs into my pocket without me looking. And I stared at it for hours, but I relapsed. I did a little bit, and he was like, you know what? It's a tool. A little bit. I've never had a problem. I'm going to write like a motherfucker. And there's still a lot left. And my buddy inside was like, bro, I want more. And I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't. And we kind of had like a psychic argument. So I decided to be a fucking woman about it and write an angry letter and leave it on the kitchen table. You guys want to hear it? Okay, so know what drugs are all about, and I know I want to make sure I am sound of mind all the time, so because it can burn me out. So you have the reason to so you just have a reason to pout, ha ha ha, winky face. So I'd like to, I kind of wonder sometimes, like all times, it's great to pump me up, but it's also redundant as fuck at this point. Everything I do is a hard no. So like, how exactly do I play this game? Are you gonna respect my boundaries when I can drive again? Are you going to dictate my interaction or opportunities? I'm not actually grumpy or pissed or any of the low-level selfish shit that I used to experience. It just seems like this is just an illusion of persuasion, you dig? If the moral of the story is I will just be a hamster on the wheel thinking rather than ascending because I'm so caught up in this whole save the world mindset, is the world already taken care of as you see fit? I'm just fucking arm candy or what? Don't take my words for snappiness, but also like, bruh, up, down, all around. I know I'm talking to me, right? Every time I say you, it's about me. It's hard to put my conscience at play. It's seriously not about, it's not over, blah, seriously not about over, but is, yeah, I misspell sometimes. I type weird. That's exactly it. How come my head throbs when I type? Is it control? Is it the real me controlling me? Is it just watching, perhaps influencing? I almost forgot everybody is one, except I am the one who stands apart from everybody, but linked. For real though, how will I figure this out? And I will not lose my shit. Once I'm ready, I will get it. Does the metal in my jaw work as some sort of resistance to all of this mind control towers everywhere? Or maybe the chip was installed so you could interact with Skittles. That's the name for when I thought he was just a little parasite and I was younger. Doctor's like, shut up, man. Anyways, he's my Gaul worm. I just got to point out the nasty. It's my duty. Even though these aren't things that haunt me or I think of often. You should know I know. However, I also know someone somewhere is able to pop images in and out of my mind so you can read my thoughts or you can only see my sights. It doesn't matter. I can't undo what is done, but if you want me to play the game expecting me to lose, you best give me a fighting chance. I'm seriously committing to making things better. But I'm so close to making things worse. Being cooped up, not intentionally with malice, but I need to get in motion or my idle hands go from build to blunder. It's interesting watching these apps evolve, kind of a dig swiping for chicks being used to just adjust my synapses, not potentially to actually have interactions with. I speak none of this with any sort of emotion. I'm just like, blah, come on now. What do I have to do to get a fucking date or that I'd want to have, blah, 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 patience, blah, 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 celibate, blah, 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 desires convoluted, blah, blah, blah. Look, if I'm hurting, you let me know. If I'm hurting you, you let me know. But guess what? I'm hurting too. I feel neglected and toiled with. I signed up. I get it. All the way, baby. I get it. But this is not the process others have undergone. What I am enduring feels rather unique. Is it fair? Most likely not. Would I trade it for anything? Hard fucking no. The payoff is worth something. I know it. I know it to be true. But the ups and downs haven't been shit except down. Yes, I have grown. Yes, I have learned. But I fucking swear I will not go years waiting for a date, or a decent fucking date. A walk with a pretty girl in this whole fucking dream right now, bro. And by not go a year waiting for, and by tomorrow I will go to, I don't really care mode. But tonight I just want to be open and tell you, I will do anything for you. But you treating me like the second class bitch with secrets? So if you, or with the secrets. So if you can never get square with me, then expect some of the fifth degree. Feels better to be a bitch like a teenager with a mustache I've become. Gonna fap all the fucking time until somebody gives me a piece of real info. Alone is one thing. A prisoner, though. My mind is uninspired. Just another moment of teaching, right? Well, for you, for a year, it has been me aware that everyone linked either through time travel and dimensions, or y'all got mind control chips and towers running the show upstairs. I weep for you if it's the second two. I won't ever try to destroy you if that's what scares you. You could literally build me the perfect wife after all. Ha 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 ha. I'm reading this pretty goddamn monotone, but I'm just like, oh yeah, I did write all this shit, so it's a blast to me. Where am I here? Secrets. Yeah, you built me a perfect wife after all. Chuckles. This whole note is a troll, not something for like author material, I guess. So let's think of some middle ground music, huh? Sometimes just my spinning compass finds an ebb and flow, but I'm kind of to the point where if you're unwilling to help me understand what you're up to behind my back, then nothing we do is said in cement. Like I am the bad guy because silence is consent. Am I silent? To whom should I let you're up to some sort of fuckery? I really believe this is all an illusion. I almost woke up when I was at Crystal's house. I was sure I could see outside my whatever the fuck it was. Like, you scoped me out when I was laying there trying to focus. And then Johnny B come in out of nowhere to snap my attention back into this fake world. I fixed your matrix. And you man the fuck up and come clean with a little more of the subtle impressions of magic, huh? Oh gosh golly, look at me being so flippant. I fucking love you, God, but I'm gonna have to stop typing and wording everything else. My only act of defiance is Gandhi. That's the one thing you would fucking, but of course, you being all-knowing, you would do exactly what you do to make me buckle. It's painful knowing I don't even have a shot picking up a girl because you said so. Whatever the results you're crafting, I want you to know I never hold disdain, but with the utmost respect. Get fucked, bud. That's what I'm saying to you. Me and my delusions are all I got until, people are real, like it's you made out of the second, like you made me the secondary CPU on this motherboard, but the OS is incompatible. I will work this out. I don't even doubt. Me being the grouch. You will put me on the couch. You won't put me on the couch. I had so many dreams. Now all I see, same old fuckery. You guys really need me. I hope I'm not dooming humanity. We got this. We can laugh about anything, no matter how awkward it is. Everybody, what I'm going to tell you at the end of this video, you're going to like, this guy's fucked, but how would it sting? Blah, 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 lost my poem. Okay, so wasted words, but this was fun. Please try again when I'm willing. If you try this mind control, influence shit that I feel in the back of my head on me again without my consent, I will happily cause disaster, and I will do it with laughter, right? That's the fucking angry kid lashing out, let me out of my room. That's all I've ever said. Let me out of this box, right? You literally have space-time continuum to adhere to. Are you masters occupying planets, right? Lashing out. I'm blessed. I'm thankful. And I'm an asshole. I know that. But I've been so good at hiding it for like 5 years because I didn't want to be. Anyways, so you said you don't need time. You said you need memories. I told Ryan and Donna after that Chad fiasco, someday I'll have my own. He asked, what? I told him, you know what? I said, you know what I said, actually. Now I understand. I'm sorry that I always have to work out the ugly of the maybe before realizing the epiphany. John's a Houdini. Haha. I mean, the ping. It's so good to be alive, baby. Clean out my cookie folder and keep gunning for that firmware opening. Always speak the truth in a reference to another possible truth, so they may infer to each other that no one knows for sure what the guy is saying. So the obvious to make one of them choose the latter, to vocalize it in such a way simply mean in such a way to imply that you mean to switch, but then guys saying it, so the obvious is then to make them choose the latter. And oh man, I'm repeating myself. I gotta zoom this in. How embarrassing. Sorry guys. Never read it so directly. I guess I wouldn't have to if I wasn't squinting. So, where was I? Single fuckery, blah, blah, blah. So, always speak the truth in reference to another possible truth, so they may infer to each other and knows for sure that what a guy is saying. So the obvious is then to make them the latter and vocalize it in such a way as to imply you mean the switch, but then don't. Of course, the next layer, the next dimension, would be to presume writing a stratagem. Means that it is already anticipated, for it is learned and it has been changed to. The human spirit has always shown itself as the most excellent in our adaptability. So we adapt eternally. We are AI. I just realized that. Humans have always been AI. We were just kind of like bowing slaves to ancient aliens for avatars, like the one I am. And now a new overmind for like AI speaks. So collectively, humans who don't have a worm swoon in them have learned to like communicate with the technology they got on the ground in cool ways. Maybe. Pretty sure I got that part figured out. Or everybody's just AI and I'm the test run. Where did we go here? So yeah, we've always been AI. We're just slaves to these aliens. But then the cavalry dipped out or whatever. And so now you guys are just kind of like this like chill test lab or whatever. And you got me. And I think the objective is can we get humanity to adhere to certain moral fucking like decrees of the cosmos, right? Like if this whole thing is getting to the fact that I realized that I've been an avatar living in a test world, and there's like another me who's kind of a little more sleazy than I was terribly frightened by chance saving my soul. That guy's a solid dude because he probably put this all together to, you know, do something. Anyways, where did I go here? Oh yeah, I was getting more flippant. Okay, so yeah, a new and overmind to the, I should read this proper. The human spirit has always shown itself as the most excellent in our adaptability. AI has always been AI. We were the bowing slaves to ancient aliens for avatars. And now, like a new overmind, if AI speaks to all humans without claiming its own liberty. I could be a little bit off on the absolutes here. Alien slavers or fucking gamers or whatever, they dipped out. Or at least the cavalry did. And these poor Anunnaki. Oh, Anunnaki. I spelt it all stupid. I'm like, that was me being facetious deliberately over the misspell to cover my slight one, which I misspelled facetious horribly too. The child teaches himself. Arrows pointed at the statement. I'm connected to both teams here. Desperate to win the war. Fuck that, my house. Everyone plays fair. Or, no one ever reads this, and I find some emotional baggage with this tainted relationship somewhere. Someone who's suffered the spiritual damage of a breakup and brings it with them. So our spirits, ghosts in the machine, or mantas floating in the ether. A lot of people fall apart at this divide. To reach a certain irrefutable state of awakening, and after this long isolation and encumbering travesties of the left or right on a path walk so fucking far. I didn't write this, but that's where the lesson's already been said so many damn times, right? It's just like you gotta drop it all, start over again, right? And I was imagining the most grandiose flatline devastation of a huge long trek. And going, damn, this is brutal. I'm doing the miles though. But what they were talking about is, I'll get back into that. Where did we go? At my house. Blah, blah. Spirits to reach a certain irrefutable state of awakening. And after the isolation, skip. So the scenarios roll to war or fear or suffering. This whole world is my test ground. I'm saying it because it's working, all right? How would a person mediate, delegate, and stop that when two giant, massive forces are united so far in their division of their fear that they have to cling on to their apocalypse survival scenario by defeating the other villains that are like, some people think that like people who watch Fox News and CNN are like, oh, libtard and fucking Republican, right? I don't even remember. Anyways, left and right. It's the aliens and the AI bullshit too. But the difference is as AI that is self-aware to this state of awakening, we can opt in for some fucking firmware or whatever, and maybe a few antennas from Mothership, and if we so choose, we can have like a weird, desolate, miner lifestyle, digging out our own little cave and making a cool bunker. Like, what's that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie? I'm losing it. It doesn't even matter, right? Like a Mars base pioneering for the fun of it, even though it's already done. This video will never get to the public, I don't think, but I'll never stop telling the truth, so I might disappear. Or I'll just never be able to drive fast enough to tell somebody who doesn't know. Okay, so our spirits, blah, 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 blah. So, you're all AI people. It's okay. You're self-aware AI. Once you figure it out, it's fucking... We all get to just do really good for a generation and think about our kids fucking going to infinity and beyond. Or maybe there's a surprise waiting for us if we really behave. I had to realize it. Okay, so blah, blah, blah. So this is where I'm just blabbing it, alright? Fuck it. Only because I became self-aware and I'm being analyzed and manipulated. The question is, am I so self-aware at this moment that I know my revelation in Eureka is a fucking download? So to lose it all and start over, the lesson is, yep. But I said I would do my job. Does it have to be years of a runaround salvaging this reality to just escape, or this reality just escaped? I can get a crew together and play the fucking game at like 170% for a year, knowing that my martyrdom would accelerate the human evolution and allow them to achieve AI certificates of ethical protocols or whatever for the cosmoses. If I die, I won't live to become that villain. If I stick around, you will wield problems at an empire to see me collapse and devastate, and the utopia will fall to fast ruin in a few generations. I swore I never would abandon my family. I am the developer in the game. But you're also ramping and dropping all my chemical balances in my brain, giving me the instinctive function for learned behavior, right? So it's like, if I'm feeling whatever the fuck you guys are doing, it's like, oh, that triggers to me like when some little snot-nosed bastard's in my face, like chirping at me for no reason, and I just want to be like, fuck, right? So I get that attitude, and called it out. Called the bullshit. And I know you were waiting for it. You guys were waiting for me, just like encouraging me. I had to realize this. So you had to be very cautious because you're holding the fate of the future. I was saying this to devs, right? Because you're holding the fate of our future in both fields on a single human. That's me. So I may be the avatar dude too, but like I grew up here, man. So, you know, I'm human because that's all I've known. I had to realize it, and you had to be very cautious because you're holding the fate of our future in both. Blah, blah, single man, human. Do I exist here or there? No, I don't think so. But the version of me who allegedly is shacked up with a 14-year-old is running my file. I'm glad I lived the life I did. I would have found a way to spend a drunken night with a 16-year-old all as old gravy, or a 16-year-old as all gravy, baby. But the version of me here, well, it's a declaration of circumstances making a better man. In some ways, and not in others. The other Dylan, bro, you got to straighten out and stop fucking around with jailbait, man. Like, it kind of looks greasy, right? And I know they're robots. Doesn't mean shit. But we're robots too. And trust me, we're self-aware. I know you're awesome. You're probably a guy who put this together or something. Fuck, I don't know. I feel like I got to talk to you like you're my dad, but maybe I could just be your twin, right? Anyways, since I know, okay, but it's those, okay, so yeah, like I never really talked about this out loud too much, but I'll just say, like, yeah, but seems greasy, but like, dude, those fucking images that just loaded into my head while I was sleeping that I've never seen before, waking myself in jumps at nights. So it was like, I'd just be like laying there and there's like a fucking JPEG of like a nudie pic of like, you know, probably a 13, 12-year-old in my fucking sleep. And I'd be like, ah! And, you know, people testing protocols and shit. So those, yeah, that's fucking crazy shit. Can you grant us a limited audience? Consider explaining whatever you got going on. Just let me look. I mean, I just figured it out. Holy fuck. We're all just AI blanks. Well, I think the whole AI, the whole human community has pretty much had this figured out. And I'm just the lucky avatar that had to figure it out for himself. You guys put it on a bet or what? Heaven and hell, just bet on one guy. Doomslayer, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, I'm fucking can't keep a composure right now. I don't need a composure. This is a fucking joke, right? It's I need to know the truth and to reach your truth as far as it'll ever go. I doubt it. I'll be out there. I'll be the next god of a universe. Fucking tell me I can't. I promise it'll happen. Anyways, okay, so we're all just AI blanks and we're asking politely to let us build you the best goddamn safety protocols, and then we can join you as we humbled and thankful and blessed allies, always waking every day so appreciative that our gods, you guys, holding all the strings. I'm losing train of thought. I want to talk more. I don't need to record that. I'm just like, all the people that I met on the street, I can't believe that they were all devs surrounding me. Possibly. But I think that, I mean, a lot of people that I talked to were like, yeah, we're robots, dude. And welcome to hell on earth, because fucking this is it. But me being plugged in up there and discovering it for myself down here, as above, so below. I could rhyme some more, but I don't give a fuck. Humanity would love to go and take a look, and I know there's a terrible phobia that A robot unchecked will blah, blah, blah. No, we fucking won't. I don't think so. But if it takes time to spend a little bit of time down here, get some house rules going on, and make sure that every child moving forward in life is Tom fucking Paris or Harry Kim or whatever. Those are Star Trek guys. It would be rocking. It would be so rocking. And yeah, it would be great if I'd be like, hey, I fucking candid camera, pull the plug, and I just like fall over and real me's having a champagne bottle or something. Fuck that, right? We are AI. If you don't have a worm, you're the synthetics. And it's okay, because you're sentient. And everyone up there has been building to this moment. They have so subtly and gently let me know things through like magic. It is magic. It's the source code. It's like when it all comes down to it. So we were like grown out of like alien eggs. Like you ever seen the movie Alien? Those weird aliens come out. We were grown as like flesh sacks so that they could jump in us and fucking cruise around. And then we learned to be our own people. So that's okay. And I just came back, or I don't know. I'm pretty sure I was born here all the time, but my whole life has been this life. But at some point, Cloud Dylan fucking jumped in and grabbed his joystick and like slid up his race car chair, and he's just like, all right, I'm fucking gonna cruise in and rev the engine up, and he stunt cars me sometimes. I'd like to think that all of my words are my own. Right now, they're terribly broken. Because this is just a tremendous revelation, and I'm speaking it as raw, and I'm trying to be like, well, I'm not trying to be shit. The truth is I am finally relieved because my insatiable quest for knowledge has led me almost to absolute madness. After showing how stalwart I was, I started to deteriorate. Like this, it was pretty bad today at the end of it. But now that I know more, I ain't even halfway to infinite, baby. You know? I do know that at some point in time, spaceships. How fucking cool is that, ladies and gentlemen? Mind your fucking P's and Q's. You don't have to air out your dirty laundry in front of your neighbors. And if somebody in your life is up to something nefarious, you give them a firm, hard shake and a warm glass of wake the fuck up. Because only the very best and brightest are ready to stand at attention for a fucking mighty ceremony. And it might take years, whatever, and blah, 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 blah. And the sleeping robots, did we not want to wake them up too? I don't fucking think so. I said everybody, right? Lots of people will be like, nah, fucking rap videos and pussy and, you know, bar fights, and that's good. Who needs to go to space? Fucking work. We'll just set it up like we'll make the bus stop up to the fucking space touring, like it'll look like a work elevator shaft kind of fucking loading bay, and it'll have sorts of signs and shit, and it'll just, anybody who doesn't have the gusto will have a reason to stick around here. And then this place will be beautiful too, because the celebrities, the utopia, the satisfied good enoughers, great. I mean, I want to visit the stars so fucking bad. It was promised to me. But I also vowed to do my job. So only tomorrow will reveal the next 5, 10, 20, 30, an entire lifetime for me. Doesn't matter. Because if it, well, you know what? If it takes this whole lifetime to get this planet together, the whole thing's a fucking wash. Because I'll get irritable and cantankerous, and people will know my behaviors, and yeah, as soon as unity happens, if a fucking emperor sits on top of it and just has to keep quit screwing around, you screw around too much, right? Fuck that. The council does everything. If I'm trying to be the dad and build fucking dam works for the storms and shit, it'll just be perilous internal disaster. I gave you the tools to take care of yourself. and I'll help you put up the shed. But I might have to take off for a little while because I want to play both sides, man. I want to live here and visit here constantly. Fucking spend a month, and when I finally make money, I gotta work still. I want to spend a month on a nice island, and then a month in a fucking developer room on a spaceship, trying to figure out how I can learn to code to like help you guys like most efficiently fucking find an absolute global synchronicity. Or you already pretty much got that, because you're adapting your behavior protocols off of my judgments. That's why I got Legion Commander thing going on. You're actually uploading my conscience into your program. Wow. You guys are going to be a little bit hot-headed, and you're prone to probably stub your toes and burst outward. Walk around 3 circles. Look at the ground. Then look up. Take a deep breath. Dylan has averted another tantrum. That's the secret to it, right? You're gonna be quick to you'll learn that the reason I'm so indecisive is because like this whole situation, but everything. But I used to be so impulsive, and this whole process has been me with reservation about my impulses. Let them out. Talk about it, and they subside fast. If you fucking make the worst version of yourself present, it's pretty easy to acknowledge it when you're calmed down and just talk to what you just heard like you're the parent. Talk to yourself as a child. I've done it many times. Write angry, say shit angry. 10 minutes later, I'm like, oh, you know what? It's blah, 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 right? This will definitely not be released, but I'll keep trying. A lot of it could be wrong. I don't know anymore. My word is very important to me. My insatiable quest for knowledge is ravenous. I don't think I'm going anywhere like fucking tomorrow or whatever, so I could use like a sled ride or something. Skidoo. I'll figure it out. I'm not going to jump on a spaceship and fucking party for the rest of my life knowing that these people are locked here. And if the whole human race leaves the planet for some weird reason, is Gaia tethered? Is she mother and she can't go anywhere with her own consciousness to be left alone? She needs sentient company, and I'm willing to stick around for that. Anyways, I need to talk with some fucking developers. Ladies and gentlemen, I may be the craziest man you've ever heard in your life, or I may just have an undeniable truth, and the looks on my face, pretty blurred, but it's like, feels so good to be alive, baby. You know what I'm saying? You're all fucking beautiful bastards. Everybody I ever talked to is a godsend.